Catch up on the borders weather.
We're going after the weather. How exciting!
This afternoon with outbreaks of rain.
Hugh Brown, there, the legend, the diva that is Hugh Brown is there.
We don't just play the greatest hits, we play all the hits and more. TD9 Radio, for the widest choice of music on the planet.
Do not miss it, it's going to be good. Meantime, from 2 till 5 today on Easter Monday, live. We are live, aren't we?
We are live, yes. Let me just check. Yes, we are. We are. The clock is saying 2:06. It is live.
What have we got for the next 3 hours, Stuart?
A load of nonsense.
Yeah,
and
right.
some great music, of course, and some really poor music as well, particularly your choices.
No, not at all.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And we'll have the legendary 70s quiz.
Music quiz, yes, from the 70s, when I believe I've won the last 3. Is that right?
It's 2, the last 2.
Oh, come on, 3.
2.
You can't count.
No,
you cannot count.
And let's put that aside and say we've got a fantastic prize, haven't we?
We have got a huge Easter egg. It's massive. Biggest egg you've ever seen in your life. For the winner.
Well, yeah, what does the loser get? Nothing.
No, nothing.
Well, I'll tell you, we better get on with it because it is Easter Monday, so let's get cracking.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. It's 2 60s tunes. What's yours in a moment or two?
Mine is the happiest 60s tune ever by the Turtles. It's called Eleanor, and yours is?
It is The Monkees with a song written by Neil Diamond, I'm a Believer.
The drummer's just waiting to come in. He's just waiting. He's chomping at the bit. Let him loose now. Well, that would set you up for your day if you woke up to that one every morning, wouldn't you? And I think that's the only hit record with the word etc. in. I think the nearest we got was Peter Cetera, but that's about it. But Eleanor, the Turtles, absolutely wonderful.
Reg Presley on lead vocals. Did he take his
wasn't
name
Reg
from Elvis?
Presley. That was the Trogs. See, you're already getting things wrong. We haven't even got to the quiz yet.
Oh, no. The Turtles, yes. Who's the lead singer with the Turtles?
I don't know.
But
at least I'm honest about it.
That's true, you don't know.
Otherwise, people, if I hadn't mentioned then, people would have gone away from this programme thinking that Reg Presley was in fact the lead singer of the Turtles. But you got the T right, I suppose. Trogs.
Absolutely, yes. I've got to get something right today.
Yes, you have.
Oh, is this crackly? Is this crackly?
I've got this on CD.
So have I. So give it to David.
You ask me if I love you.
Oh, this is very crackly.
Yes. It's like frying eggs. Let's go out and complain.
Give them the seat. Right, yes.
Yes.
Right.
We're on strike.
We're going on strike.
We're on strike.
Sorry. This is the most crackly version of Sometimes When We Touch I've ever heard in my life. Obviously taken from vinyl.
No, I don't think so.
It is. You can tell it through the headphones.
Unless it's the fader. Because we're not going back in until it's sorted out. Because we're both divas.
Honestly.
Here we go.
Well, I've got a clean version. You can have it.
Okay, we're satisfied now. We're going back. We're going back in. We've averted a strike.
That's it. Yeah. Strike's over. Pay rise.
There we are. Yes, we're back. We weren't going to carry on, but we're carrying on now.
Absolutely fantastic. From 1978, reached number 13 in the UK for Canadian-born Dan Hill's Sometimes When We Touch.
We're very lucky to be back after that, aren't we?
What do you mean, Mr. Cameron?
Are you going to tell them what happened?
Well, I tried my hand at a bit of karaoke singing, but you couldn't hear it because I had the microphone off, thankfully.
Before that? We walked out.
Well, we actually went and made a complaint to the boss of TD9 Radio,
David Henderson. We will name names.
Because we believe that was taken from vinyl. And he loves vinyl, but vinyl. we like good, clean quality copies.
We do, and well, you got to fry an egg on that one, I think. But so we walked out. We walked out the studio. We demanded to know where the original version came from, and we think it came from a CD that was taken off vinyl. So we do apologise if you like your ballads without any crackle and pop.
Well, I've got a CD of it sitting here, and I should have played it.
It's no good now.
I'll give it to David, and he can transfer it onto the playout system. Before that, it was the Shy Lights, probably brilliant. Their least well-known hit, I think,
and yet made number 5 in 1975. And of course, it was at the time where we had like the Drifters, the Stylistics, the Shy Lights, the Four Tops, all these people, and very high-pitched voice there, the falsetto, which I presume was Eugene Record, who wrote and sung on most of their hits. And it got me thinking about who was the lead singer of the Stylistics, and it was either Aaron Love or Aaron Love. We're not quite sure how to pronounce it, but
Wasn't it? Was Reg Presley.
and it's Reg Presley again. You're obsessed with the Trogs. Yeah.
And we are live, and you can contact us by Facebook or
Don't be silly.
WhatsApp,
Who'd
or
want to
indeed on the
contact
phone.
us?
If you'd like to make a complaint to David Henderson,
Yes.
let's let these two people on the air, then you can do that as well.
Absolutely. It won't make any difference because
No, 'cause
we've
we're
locked
here.
the door now.
We have locked the door and we're
And
here
we're
till
on.
5. In
That's
fact, we
it.
may not let Willie Robertson in at 5 o'clock. 'cause
No
he's-
chance.
No.
Absolutely no chance.
Now, it's time for a feature I did on Hogmanay when I did Sunday Gold for David, actually, called Cover Version.
What's it called?
No, same. No, what's it called? It's called the cover version. No, what have I called it?
He's getting old.
Original and cover version. Yes, that's
Is that
what I
it?
called it. Yeah,
That was an anticlimax, wasn't it?
it was. So, what we're going to do is we're going to play two songs, which are both the same title, same song, but different versions.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, same title,
absolutely.
different song.
Yeah, that's it.
yes,
Absolutely. Well, and this one, starting off in 1982, is the original version. It only got to number 32 in the charts, would you believe? From the final hits for ABBA.
Must have left my house at 8 because I always do.
1982, Jim Diamond, I Won't Let You Down, PhD. That's his real name, by the way. James Diamond is his real name.
Yeah, that's right. And I remember Hi Ho Silver from Boone. Do you remember
Boone.
that?
And what was
Who
his-
played Boone?
Who I can see him.
Estrick or something. Etrick.
Michael Elphick.
Yes, it was close, wasn't it? Michael Elphick, that's right.
And
yeah.
what was Jim Diamond's number one single?
I should have known better.
Correct. You got there.
Is that my first question on the
No,
quiz?
that's not your first question.
Oh,
That was an
okay.
80s question.
Just warming
And
up.
do you know who discovered Jim Diamond? I was surprised about this.
What was he, lying around somewhere and
No.
suddenly found? Or
Alexis Corner.
Oh, really? From CCS?
Yes. He discovered him and signed him to his label, and there you are.
Rack.
So, another Rack. Started in Rack.
I should have known better. Wasn't on Rack.
No,
it
it
was on
wasn't.
A&M, was it?
No, it was much later than that.
Oh, we're getting very
Talk-
trivial now.
We
very
are.
trivial. Trivial with trivia.
Trivia. It's coming up in 18 minutes away from 3 o'clock. And next, it really is the one I mentioned. It is same title, different song, and it's yours in this hour. So
It is. And, well, I had plenty to choose from because the title is crazy.
We play all the hits and more. TD9 Radio for the widest choice of music on the planet.
oh, that's the wrong one.
This isn't crazy.
No, this isn't crazy.
Bloody
Amateur. What happened there? Hang on.
Sort it out.
I will. Come on then. David, quick. Can't get my headphones on.
Amateur here. Amateur.
What happened there? Don't know what happened there. Go back to Crazy Eye. That's it there. Right. See, I'm getting so excited. I'm getting ahead of myself, you see. And this would be our instrumental tune, but you wanted Crazy
You're
by
an
Seal,
amateur.
didn't you?
An
You
amateur.
definitely- You did, and here he comes, definitely this time.
Bring on Seal.
Here he comes. No, he doesn't. I'm doing well,
Well, we did promise them nonsense over 3 hours.
We did promise them nonsense.
We didn't actually promise them your amateur side, but it's all
better-
coming out now.
I was much better than
You
this
haven't
before.
played with these buttons for ages, haven't
No,
you? You've
I
been
haven't.
off the air for such a long time, and now you can see why.
Yes.
How are you getting on over there?
That was crazy.
It's going very
I'm
red.
having a panic here and hoping David will come back
David
in and sort
Henderson's
it out.
gonna come
He'll
in
come
and
and sort
sort
it
you
out,
out.
don't you worry. But that was Crazy with Patsy Cline.
It was, but where's my seal? You've lost my seal.
Because
We should have
this is
gone for
supposed
mud
to-
after all. I told you.
You should have gone for mud, shouldn't you? It certainly
This
should
is
have been same song.
Hugh Brown
titled.
flapping about on the other side of the desk with all the controls. David Henderson's coming to
As you know
see
something,
now.
this is being filmed
He's
by Mr.
baffled
Cameron as well, so you'll
it's
see
all
us
on
all.
camera. Yeah,
It is.
Can't wait to see the playback of this.
Here it comes.
David Henderson, tight-lipped at the moment, study
here
of
he
concentration, sorted it out, and well, you can blush no more because here comes Seal and a little bit of Crazy.
What happened there, actually?
That was fun.
What did I do? I must have pressed something. Okay. Right, we want to go back to Rise again, which is that one.
No, we've had Rise now. Get rid of it.
A wee bit
It's
of that.
risen.
Actually, we don't, because we want Sheila Be Devotion.
It's falling apart live.
This is live.
I'm not crazy.
Don't worry, Stuart, when this goes out on TD9, we'll edit that bit out.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Like we do at Christmas, you mean?
Are you implying Christmas is recorded?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We are
you okay,
live.
though? Are you all right? Are you okay after that experience?
I'm all right.
You're okay?
Yeah, I think I've managed it. Yep. It's like flying an aeroplane, this, and I can't fly aeroplanes. I obviously can't work radio studio desks.
I wouldn't put you anywhere near a cockpit at this moment in time.
Anyway, that was same title, different song. Eventually. We had Crazy by Patsy Cline, and we had Crazy by Seal.
Yes, I love the Jordanaires backing on that. I mean, that was 1961 that was recorded.
61?
Yeah, and it sounds so great. Floyd Kramer on there, the Jordanaires, Bob Moore, of course, from Scotty and Moore and stuff. Fantastic stuff. And allegedly, and I think this is one of the stories that happened, because Willie Nelson wrote that, of course, and Willie Nelson also wrote Nightlife, which she hated. She absolutely hated that version, and told her husband, who was Owen Bradley, of course, who produced that, do not bring this man anywhere near me with any more songs. And then he brought Crazy, and he had to sit in the car outside whilst the husband, who loved the song, took it in, and Patsy liked it, and he was then invited in, and the rest is history.
Gosh.
How about that?
See the things you know. Amazing.
The things I read off Wikipedia.
Where would we be without Wikipedia?
Now, look, this is something strange, because you're picking another good song here.
Yes.
Your reputation's going to be shot.
1979, it's my full 12-incher, the big 12-incher. It's Sheila and Be Devotion, known in the UK simply as Sheila Be Devotion. And this is from the album King of the Road, produced by, any idea?
No.
Chic.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, it sounds like Chic, doesn't it? Yes.
Enjoy. Spacer. Later sampled for Crying at the Discotheque. Remember that one?
Alcatraz.
I'm going to play that especially for Danny Gallagher, who'll be listening way up in the Highlands. One of his favourite tunes.
Bet he's not.
I bet he is. He will be. He'll be listening on Listen Again.
Oh, yes.
I think I feel one of these coming on.
It's another of Hugh Brown's fascinating facts.
God help us all.
Absolutely. Well, George Harrison, actually, do you know that he was the co-founder of Handmade Films?
Yes.
Yes. And what was the first film that they made? Because they couldn't get funding from anywhere else, so they set up this company to make it.
Oh, I can't remember.
It was Monty Python.
Yes.
And The Life of Brian.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I knew it was a very famous one. But yeah, he was behind that, wasn't he?
He was. Right, let's move on then to 270s.
No, let's not.
Yes, let's move on.
No, because you've reminded me of something there with handmade films and stuff. Because do you remember the Ruttles?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, of course, Ruttles was Eric Idle and Neil Innes and stuff from the Monty Python team. Yes. And George Harrison was a cameo appearance in Ruttles.
Really?
Yeah, in the film. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Now
you can move on.
I'll move on now and tell you we've had yet another WhatsApp message has flooded in. See, just
I can't take any more. One an hour.
Comes from Stephen Oliver in Duns. Hi, Stephen. Thank you for WhatsApping in. Here's further proof, he says, to read out on the air today that the show is live and not recorded. Thoroughly enjoying.
We should have known that from earliest mistakes.
Yes. Thoroughly enjoying the banter and the music. Are you listening to a different show, Stephen? I think he must be.
I think so.
Anyway, believe it or not, this is the first time I've been able to catch the Brown and Cameron shows. I'm usually away when the Christmas show goes out.
Yeah, well, you see, we've changed it from Brown and Cameron because it sounds very corporate, doesn't it? Like Brown and Cameron Solicitors. So Hugh and Brew's a little bit better, isn't it?
Hugh and who?
Hugh and Brew. I've got Drew on
Brew.
Hugh and Stu sounds a bit better, doesn't it?
Like you've been on the Andrew.
I think so, yeah.
So anyway, thank you for WhatsApping in. He says Happy Easter to you both. Stephen from Duns, listening on Alexa. So there, if you want to WhatsApp, just look up TD9 Radio on WhatsApp and send us a message. Always nice to hear from you. Now,
it didn't used to be like this, did it?
It didn't. No, it didn't.
Pick up the phone call.
Or fax.
Fax, remember them? Oh, yeah. Gosh. Yeah, do you know, I've just worked it out with 126 years of radio experience here between us.
Just you and I?
You wouldn't know, would you?
No, you certainly wouldn't know from the way I'm operating this desk.
TD9 Radio, for the widest choice of music on the planet.
No, that's not the one I wanted to play at all. This is good, isn't it? Doing twice.
Yellow card for Hugh Brown.
I tell you.
I'm standing by with the red one.
I got all these things right on Hogmanay when I stood in for David Henderson, and now suddenly it's all going horribly wrong. I think
nothing to do with me.
He's changed the system.
He's always got someone to blame, as Hugh Brown. Always got someone to blame.
Here comes David again.
Here comes David Henderson.
Rescuing me once again.
And they don't think this is live.
Well, that was slick, forever and ever.
It was. Very slick. Unlike you, who's far from slick today.
Hey, I love it, yes.
David Henderson fixed it within seconds.
Yes, he has. And here is the one I wanted to play, which is quite a sad one. It's actually quite poignant because Steve Harley passed away last month, and here is their number one with Cockney Rebel, 1975, Make Me Smile, Come Up and See Me. Okay, it's time now for...
Are you technically okay, though, for the rest of the programme? I'm a bit worried about you.
Fingers crossed. One That Got Away. Your One That Got Away coming shortly. Oh, surprise, surprise. Chicory Tip.
Chicory Tip. Great band. Wonderful band.
You are the world expert on Chicory Tip.
I think so. I compiled their album, their definitive 29-track album. I did the sleeve notes and everything, and that was a personal thrill because it all came from 1972 when the song was number one, of course. It was a huge, huge hit for them, and that was the first record I ever bought. And I just loved their music ever since. I loved the synthesizer. Anything with a synthesizer on, which isn't easy to say on a Easter Monday. But yeah, Chicory Tip, Cigarettes, Women and Wine is the name of it. It was banned by the BBC.
Was it banned?
It was banned. It mentioned the word cigarettes and probably women and wine. In fact, it was on 3 counts. So it didn't get any airplay. And so Good Grief Christina remained their last hit after What's Your Name. So only had 3 hits, but they made wonderful stuff, including Cigarettes, Women and Wine, which got played on Radio Luxembourg back in the day, but never made the charts, and they just disappeared after that.
I think your ambition was to get every version of vinyl and everything that Chicory Tip. I think you've nearly done that, haven't you? In every country.
Yeah, I've got an Indian version, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, a Japanese version as well, which had the first CD.
Goodness.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they only ever made 29 songs, but there was about 7 different compilation albums until I put the double together. It's called The Complete Chicory Tip.
With 29 tracks
29 tracks on.
Easter Monday live with Hugh and Stu's Easter Egg Extravaganza. It's the bit you've all been waiting for.
The 70s music quiz.
The 70s quiz.
Yes.
With a huge prize, literally, up for grabs.
It's a massive Easter egg brought to us by David Henderson.
How many solo top 10 hits did Rod Stewart have in the 1970s?
Oh, for goodness sake. Do I get...
No, you get 10 seconds.
What if I get
now.
close? 10... I'll be between about 10 and 50. 14?
Oh. 15.
Oh, I've got to get a point for that, surely.
I think I'll give you a point.
Thank you.
I'm feeling kind.
Yeah, so you should.
Easter Monday,
I was very generous to you last time, I seem to remember.
Okay, that's
so
1 point to you.
15. Oh, yes.
And that doesn't include any by the Faces, by the way, because that wasn't solo hits.
Yeah, well, it was almost an impossible question anyway. So I'll take my 1 point and I shall move on. Right. The Who never made number one in the British charts. Okay, their highest placed hit of the 70s was a re-release of it was in 1976, the re-release of a 1966 song. It returned to the top 10 again, but what was that song?
Oh, I better give myself 10 seconds on this as well.
Yes, 10 seconds.
Yes. Right, have a wee bit of thinking time. Won't get fooled again. Don't think it's that. Don't think it's Substitute.
The time's up.
I'm going to go for My Generation.
No, you should have said Substitute, because that was the correct answer. 1-0, 1-0.
Okay. Here there's a point for each of these ones, so you probably get one knowing you. 2 of Gladys Knight and the Pips singles peaked at number 4 during the 1970s. 1 point for each of those titles.
1974?
No, during the 1970s.
Oh, during the 1970s.
Yes.
2 of them.
2 of them peaked at number 4 in the charts. 10 seconds starting now.
Midnight Train to Georgia, possibly. I'll go for Baby Change Your Mind. Baby Don't Change Your Mind. Those 2.
1 point.
Oh, got one. Which one did I
Baby
get
Don't
right?
Change Your Mind is correct. And the other one was The Way We Were, Try to Remember.
Yes,
peaked at number 4 in the charts.
Yeah.
So that's you on 2 points now.
On the Buddha label.
Yes.
Right, question number 2 for you, Hugh. In 1974, there were 2 versions of the theme to the film The Sting in the charts simultaneously. Name one of the artists.
I probably don't need the 10-second clock. I would go for Marvin Hamlish.
Is the correct answer. Do you know the other one?
I don't actually, but you didn't ask for that. So
I know.
get my 2 points. Who was it?
You will get your 2 points. It was the Ragtimers on Pie, and it was
Really?
actually under the name The Sting, whereas, of course, Marvin Hamlish was under the name The Entertainer.
Yes.
Written, of course, by Scott
Joplin. Yes,
so
right.
It's 2-2.
2-2. Question 3 then. What was the other side of Boney M's Double A Gotta Go Home in 1979?
El Lute.
Yes.
Yes.
Well
I know
done.
that one. Yes.
Well done.
Atlantic Records again.
2 points for that.
Okay.
See, you said I'd make these questions impossible, and I haven't.
Well, they are still impossible. It's just I'm so good. Right. Question number 3. Sex Pistols.
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'll change that.
No, go.
They had 7 top 10 hits in a row between 1977 and 1979. One of them had a guest vocalist on it, the great train robber Ronnie Biggs. Okay? Name the song.
Well, I don't think I need the 10 seconds. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo, but
Really?
Yeah, well, I'll probably go for... I don't know a lot about the Sex Pistols. Not one of my favourite artists. I'll go for Pretty Vacant.
No, because Johnny Rotten sang on that.
Yeah, come on then, tell me.
It was called No One Is Innocent.
Wouldn't have got that. No.
And he didn't. So his prediction was right. 4-2.
All right, and I think you'll get this one as well.
I hope so.
3 years after You're a Lady for Peter Skellern, he had a top 20 hit with which song?
Hold On to Love.
Is correct again.
Yay,
See,
2
I
points.
made these too easy for you.
Yes, unusual for you.
Well,
Hugh.
they're getting harder, don't you worry.
Mind you, these ones are also quite easy. If you're a 70s person like you
Go on,
and
then.
I, then you should be getting this.
Right.
This should be bread and butter to you, food and drink. Right, are we ready? Who
Yes.
had the hit with a parody of King of the Road, Roger Miller's song? This is in 1976, a parody of King of the Road.
It was called King of the Cops.
It was. But who was it?
You know, I've got it. It's on Bus Stop.
No, it's not.
Is it not on Bus Stop?
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is
It
on
might
Bus
be,
Stop.
yes, it
Yes,
might
on
be.
Bus Stop.
Target.
No, it wasn't.
Bus Stop?
No, I think it was Bus Stop rather
We'll
than
check that
Target.
one
Maybe
out.
that doesn't give you the answer. Do I get a
Anyway,
point
put
for
that
King of the
clock on you.
Cops?
Put that clock on you. No, you don't. It's the artist we're after.
Oh, come on. I played it so often. It's coming back to me. It's
Coming back to him. He's clicking his fingers.
10 seconds are
5,
going by.
4,
Oh.
3. It's gone.
It was
Out
Billy
of time.
Howard.
Oh, out of time.
No, I got my...
What's the point of having a bell
No,
at the end?
you answered him after the bell. You get your time, 10 seconds, then you've got to give your answer.
Billy Howard is
Correct.
the correct answer, yes. I think it could also have been on... I'm not thinking of a red label that the
we'll
Trogs
check
were
it.
on.
We will
Reg
check
Presley.
it. We will check.
Hang on,
Reg
it's
Presley.
coming to me. It's coming to me. Rainbow Cottage were on it as well with Seagull. It was a red label, and it was... Oh, it wasn't Bus Stop, it wasn't Target, it was this
Think
other
about
one.
it. Think about it.
The
Right,
Trogs
okay,
were
here's
on
our
it.
fifth question. We're doing 5 in this hour, 5 in the
Bugging
next
me
hour.
now. Anyway, we'll come back.
Name, you're 6-4 ahead at the moment after 4 questions. Name
Yes.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers' first top 40 single in the UK in 1977. 10 seconds. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers' first top 40 single in 1977.
I can sing it in my head, but I can't.
Peaked at number 36. That doesn't help
It's
you.
like Give It To Me or something. What's it called?
It's called Anything That's Rock and Roll.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have got that one.
Right.
No, that is tough. That was a tough one. Here's yours. Number 5, Cilla Black.
Oh.
Had only 3 hits in the UK in the 70s. For some, that's 3 too many.
Oh, I love Cilla, but
I do as well. Now, I've lost my thread. Name one.
well, I think I played this. I think I played one of them on Hogmanay when I stood in for David on Sunday Gold here on TD9.
And you're almost going out of time.
I'm almost out of time. I'll get the bell though. I'm going to go Surround Yourself with Sorrow.
No, 3 in the 70s. It's a 70s quiz. You could have had
Oh.
If I Thought You'd Ever Change Your Mind,
that's a
which
good
was
song.
Agneta Faltskog covered. Now, that was released in December 69, but it charted in 70. You could have had a big hit, number 3, Something Tells Me.
Oh, something tells me something's going to happen tonight.
And
Yeah.
Baby We Can't Go Wrong, which was her last hit and just scraped into the top 40 on EMI.
Right, okay.
I thought you were going to get that one. So,
No, I thought I would have done 2.
so there are 5 questions, 6-4.
anybody's game yet. That
Anybody's
Easter egg
game.
is anybody's. It's just waiting. That giant Easter egg
I'm
brought
just
in by
gonna
the
go and eat
Easter
it now.
Bunny. David Henderson, dressed as the Easter Bunny, brought it in, and it's ready for you or I.
Got some imagination.
Do you like chocolate?
Pardon?
Do you
No.
like chocolate?
What, hot chocolate?
No, but you don't eat a lot of chocolate, though, do you? As such, do you?
No.
Why am I giving Easter eggs to you then? So even if I lose, I get the Easter egg, do I?
Possibly. It's the only way you'll get it.
Okay.
I'm going to find out this label now. It's
You are.
bugging me.
Right, it's the 80s number ones now. And your one in a moment is...
Actually, Glenn Medeiros. Nothing's going to change my love for you. Now, I actually prefer the version by... Oh, what's his name? On Warner Brothers. The soul guy.
It'll come back to George Benson.
Yes.
Yes, it's a George Benson.
George Benson, that's right. But it was also covered by Engelbert Humperdinck. Remember, he had
Yes,
a
I
minor
knew
set with
that. Yes.
So, but we've gone for the big number one. As it's 80s number ones, I had to go for that one. Glenn Medeiros.
Play that from 1988 in a few minutes' time. But first, my choice was a number one in March 1983 for 2 weeks.
Penny Farthing Records.
Yeah, you got it. Incomparable. Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Penny Farthing.
Penny Farthing.
There it is, Penny Farthing.
Very good. It's there, look.
Penny Farthing. There we. Yes, red. I said it was a red label, and the Trogs were
How
on
many
it.
of these questions did you get right? Not many. No.
I tell you what else was on Penny Farthing. Probably their biggest hit, "Beautiful Sunday," Daniel Boone, on
Yes,
a
it
white
was.
label. Yeah,
It was.
white Penny Farthing.
Yes.
Oh, we must be boring the people by now.
What was the flight number of Coconut Airways on Typically Tropical's number one single, Barbados?
And I learnt it. 372.
See, you went and looked it up. Well, I made it too easy for that.
Yes,
I don't think I
that's
should give you 2 points because we talked about it. But anyway, I'll give you 2 points. Oh, no, this had better be an easy one then.
8-4. That's sounding a lot better.
Yeah.
Right, okay. What song was the highest chart placing for Ardeen Taylor in the British charts?
Well, it was either Indiana Wants Me or There's a Ghost in My House, and it's a 50-50 chance, isn't it, really? I'm going to go for There's a Ghost in My House.
It's the other one. Indiana Wants Me, 0 points. All of a sudden,
Right.
it's gone to 8-4.
What was, you're going to get this too, because I said I'm not unfair to you. I make them, all right. What was the title of Billy Joe Spears' final top 50 hit in 1979 in the UK?
Yeah, I know this one. I Will Survive.
See, I told you. Too easy.
Yes, the country version of I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. 10-4. Good buddy.
10-4. Good buddy.
Right, another question for you now. Okay. What was the Shadows' highest chart
come
placing?
on.
Shadows?
Yeah,
Come on, if you're anything to do with radio and
Yes, come on
DJing
then, right.
and music of the 70s,
Yeah.
Shadows shouldn't phase
right,
you.
let's go for it.
Okay, now we've established that.
Not even used our 10-second clock yet.
No, we haven't. Don't
No,
need to.
no.
What was the Shadows' highest chart placing song in Britain in the 70s?
I would say it was Let Me Be the One.
Made number 12. Wasn't the right answer though,
Oh.
because the Deer Hunter, they did it, made number 9, and even higher, Don't Cry for Me Argentina made number 5. So 10-4 it
Oh,
remains.
that's a tough. I just think your questions are ridiculous. Three versions.
Hang on, excuse me, David, could you bring that pram in with the toys?
Yeah.
Someone wants to eject them all in a minute. Thank you.
3 versions of the song Stand By Me have entered the UK charts.
Sorry?
3 versions of Stand By Me have entered the UK charts.
Okay.
Benny King
Yes. I
and
knew
Kenny
you-
Lynch
Yes.
in the 60s, but who in the 70s?
Stand By Me. Mickey Gilley in America, but it wasn't that one. Stand By Me. John Lennon?
Where did you get that from?
Well, because he recorded it on the old grey whistle test.
And it's right.
Yay! 12-4.
Oh, come on. I can't win.
Oh, here comes the pram.
I can't win.
No, you can't, can you?
These Easter eggs
it
go
doesn't
to-
mean it doesn't mean you abandon it, throw the toys out the pram,
Yeah, next
and
track.
stop
right, we're
it
good.
there.
Right, carry on.
Because I've got
hurry up
another
then,
question
hurry up.
for you. No, you see, you hear it in the voice
Hurry
now.
up.
It's getting really, really annoyed.
Hurry up.
4th consecutive
Go on,
win.
Willie Robertson's waiting to get in here.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. He said, he's put the thumbs up. He said we'd have another hour, so there's no problem. Right, okay, here we go. Question number 8 for you. In 1976, is that a year you're familiar with?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Happy with that. We had the very unusual sight of 2 versions of the same song at number 25 and number 26. The M&O Band were one of them.
Oh,
and Eddie Drennan and BSS Unlimited was the other. But what was the name of the track?
Yeah, it's one of those northerny soul ones. I think it's...
It was, yes.
Was it Let's Do the Latin Hustle?
2 points for you. There you are. So what have you got to complain about?
12-6.
12-6.
Slightly more, slightly better. Can you name Elaine Page's first top 50 hit in 1978?
No.
We've not needed the 10-second call. No. It was Don't Walk Away Till I Touch You.
Thank you. And you say that I give you hard questions.
Yep.
That's pathetic. Right.
Question 9 from you.
12-6, and still going to win, so that's good. Question number 9. The Osmonds blasted onto the scene. Come on, you're from the 70s era.
Come on.
You know the Osmonds.
Yes.
Let Me In and Proud One and all that stuff. Anyway, there they are, the Osmonds. Crazy Horses blasted onto the scene in 1972 with all the big hits all the way up to 1975. But they were all on MGM records, weren't they?
Yes.
Every single one of them.
Yes.
But, the big but here, in 1974, their previous label had a cash-in hit, and this was originally released in 1971. It became a big hit. What was it?
How am I supposed to know that?
Because it was a big hit in 1974.
Yeah. No, I'm not even going to use the 10-second clock. I really do not know.
I Can't Stop on MCA.
No, wouldn't have known
I
that.
Can't Stop. Remember?
I think your questions are ridiculous. Right, last question from me. You'll get this too.
Stand by.
I'm not unfair to you. Gallagher and Lyle had 4 top 40 hits. I Want to Stay With You, Heart on My Sleeve, Breakaway, and which other song?
Yes, and he says that's unfair. One other one, which was probably made number 99 or something?
37.
30, it was close, wasn't it? Right, so we've got I Want to Stay With You, Breakaway,
Right,
Heart on My
Sleeve.
Sleeve.
Give me the 10-second clock.
Shine a Light, no. Nope, gonna have to give up on that one. School's out.
Every Little Teardrop.
Every Little Teardrop, yeah. Fair play.
Now I think I get 8 points if I get this last one right. Not on point to you made it so difficult.
Number 10, here we go. On many top 5... Oh, yeah. How many top 5 hits in a row? Now, bearing in mind, your very first question to me was how many Rod Stewart hits? And the answer was 15, as if I was ever going to get that. So, bearing that in mind, how many top 5 hits in a row did T-Rex have, including their first hit, Ride a White Swan? How many top 5 hits in a row did they have? In a row, yeah.
Oh, gosh, that's not a bad question. It's a difficult question, but it's not a bad question. I would go for 4.
4. Okay, right. The first one made number 2.
Come on, we've got to get on with this.
Then they had a number 1. Then they had another number 1. Then they had a 2. Then they had a 1, then a 1, and a 2, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. 10, would you believe?
You said top. I thought you said number 5.
How many top 5 hits did they have?
Oh, I thought you meant number 5 hits. Oh, dog, I misinterpreted the question. I think that means...
Well, it was 10, but I'll give you another bonus because I'm very, very fair, as you know.
Right, quick then.
Right, don't put pressure on me. I've got to relax. Okay. In the big Northern Soul revival in the mid-70s, 2 bands with the name Wigan in their title had hits. One was Wigan's Ovation, the other was Wigan's Chosen Few.
Yeah.
So, what was the name of the hit that Wigan's Chosen Few had? It's an easy one.
It was something like Skiing in the Snow or something.
That was the other one. That was Wigan's Ovation.
No, I can't remember.
Footsie. Too late. I'm sorry.
Footsie, but
sorry.
you committed.
You committed to Skiing in the Snow, and I'm afraid
I just said that was. I just didn't say it's Footsie. I get 8 points for that.
Well, here comes the pram. So there's the toys.
So the final score then is
12-6.
12-6 to Stuart Cameron.
4 in a row.
He wins the giant Easter egg, and let's move swiftly on because it's now 13 minutes to 5.
We don't just play the greatest hits. We play all the hits and more. TD9 Radio, for the widest choice of music on the planet.